television. Adept Leisure Productions, mental-esher.net, and the Pluri Media Group presents
Analyzing data stream, deconvoluting, optimizing, translating.
Breaking news from the Pluri Media Group and
Cyberpunk Radio San Francisco. Stand by.
Deconvoluting, optimizing.
We will rally the world to this cause by our efforts, by our courage. We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail.
The midterm elections just weeks away, and new evidence tonight that the integrity of those elections cannot be guaranteed. A new Princeton University study finds hackers can easily tamper with electronic voting machines by installing a virus to disable machines and change vote totals. Katie Pilgrim reports.
Princeton scientists spent the summer analyzing the Diebold AccuVote TS electronic voting machine. The results were alarming, confirming the machine is very vulnerable to tampering.
You could infect one machine, and then before the election, when the poll workers are setting things up for the vote, they actually move memory cards from one machine to another, and they may propagate the virus.
The Princeton group only studied one type of machine. That model will be used in 357 counties across the country by 10% of the voters in November. They say the vote can be easily manipulated without being detected.
There's a virus in the machine.
The malicious software can modify all the records, audit logs, and counters kept by the voting machine, so that even careful forensic examination of these records will find nothing amiss. Across the country, voter activists have participated in hearings and studies to point out that without a voter-verified paper trail, the results of electronic voting can be badly botched, either intentionally or unintentionally through computer crashes or human error in running the electronic voting machine. Some activists in Colorado are so concerned that they're suing to stop the use of electronic voting machines in November. The state uses machines made by Diebold, ES&S, Sequoia, and Hart.
Breaking news from the Pluri Media Group source. Stay tuned.
A suit has been filed on behalf of a group of Colorado citizens against the Colorado Secretary of State, saying testing was not adequate, and they are calling for the electronic machines to be decertified.
The chairman of the state Democratic Party has called for the resignation of the Secretary of State and for the use of absentee ballots in the election because of the concern about the broken certification process at the Secretary of State's office.
There is a hearing next week to seek a ruling from the judge to make absentee ballots available in November.
Nearly 5 years after 9/11 propelled him to power, Bush has seen his popularity plunge, with citizens increasingly disenchanted at the war, the weak economy, and widespread corruption in Washington. But still, Bush claims the Republicans captured 70% of the vote in the recent 2006 elections. Unfortunately for democracy, there is no paper trail with the new electronic voting machines, so a recount is impossible.
And these machines, in these counties, about 10% of the total vote this fall. They don't have an audit trail, a paper trail.
No, they do not. And that's the great worry, that you can lose the vote and tamper with them.
Katie, thank you very much. Katie Pilgrim.
I think it's Cyberpunk Radio, but it might be Mental Escher. It's Mental Escher or Cyberpunk Radio or both.
At virtual television. Adept Leisure Productions, mental-esher.net, and the Pluri Media Group.